Yay. Yes, it's working. Hello, everyone. Welcome to The Brave Traveler. I'm your host, IR. Today is Sunday. Sunday what? January 26th. It's been a slow week. I've been preoccupied with a stupid game called Elden Ring. This fucking thing. I bought it immediately when it came out. I think day one. I think the reason why I was so excited for it was George R.R. Martin, because I'm a big fan of the Song of Ice and Fire books. The show can go to hell. It's just okay. Obviously, the seasons based on the books were a lot better than the stuff that they had to riff on. So I liked this book so much that, of course, when From Software said we're making a game written by the guy that made Game of Thrones, the books, I couldn't pass on that. It's already been a long time waiting for the next book to come out. Supposedly there's going to be 2 more books coming out. I don't see that happening ever. I honestly don't think he's going to. Why would that guy publish a book that's old news? I mean, it's like anticipating a movie that you've already seen because it's gonna come out again, but this time as a book. As big a fan as I was of the book series, I forced myself to watch the show, and I enjoyed a lot of it. I know what was changed and what was missing and what was added. But then seeing the stuff from the books that haven't even come out, because supposedly they talked to Martin. Georgie Boy told him exactly what was going to happen, so it could be accurate to the books that don't exist. So George Martin, he's been working. He's just doing other fucking things. And I get it. These other things nobody knows anything about, and therefore it makes sense. Right? Elden Ring, that other shit, supposed to be a prequel books. I don't know. I don't give a shit anymore. I didn't read the prequel stuff. I'm not going to watch House of Dragon. I don't care. I don't. I guarantee the books are better than the fucking show, because HBO is stupid when it comes to gratuitous nudity, cursing, and fuck scenes, and it's like, this is what people want. Okay, I don't, so I'm not gonna watch it. I don't think I would have even watched the first show if it wasn't for enjoying the book so much and being curious about the ending. If the ending is what they made in the show, that's a stupid ending. That's a shitty way to end that series. Um, the Night Woman, Lady of Tarth. Her name starts with a B. Anyways, of course I wanted her to end up with Xerxes' brother. Can't remember right now. It's actually been years since I've read it. But that's what I wanted, you know. Especially because the character, the brother, he seemed like a reluctant villain that didn't want to be that. And I love a story about somebody that can willfully choose to change, you know? Somebody that can change because that's the human story, after all. Nobody's really born perfect. Especially when you have parents like that guy. What else? I didn't want Khaleesi in charge, but I don't think I wanted Jon Snow in charge either. Tyrion Lannister, he seemed to be the smartest. Why not him? That would have been great. There's a couple of other things that were left out of the show, of course, like the return of I can't even remember if they brought back the mother. I don't think so. She didn't come back, but in the books she does. She's some kind of a zombie. I have no idea. I never fully understood the whole the uncle that died. He's a good zombie. How the fuck does that happen? Whatever. I'm not trying to steer this towards Game of Thrones. Like I said, I really don't think that book 6 and 7 are ever going to come out. Just like I can't remember, but I think I'm not sure that the guy that wrote Hannibal died, and I'm actually not a fan of the books. I haven't read them, but I wanted to. But then when I realized, I read an article about the books, and I realized that he hasn't written anything on Hannibal in like 20 years or some crazy shit like that. The guy clearly doesn't give a fuck. Even though there was demand on the character, why wouldn't you write the next book? For whatever reason, I don't give a shit. Hannibal Lecter's dead. Fine. That's fine. Probably the guy couldn't do it anymore. But I think I thought I heard that he had died. So definitely we won't get another one. The only person's books who I look forward to are Dan Brown, Chuck Palahniuk, Stephen King, of course. Whatever he makes, they're always fun. Kind of dark. Who else? I like J.K. Rowling, but I mean, that lady's so fucking rich, she's probably never going to write anything again. There's just no need. I mean, she could do it, why not? Just for the fun of it. Or I would like to think so, but then again, I mean, she might be in the club. If you've seen her wrist tattoos, they're I think they're from Baphomet, so I don't know. Is it Epsom Coagulae or some shit? I don't know. Latin. I think it means destroy and create, or create in order to destroy. I don't know. It's some messed up shit. I'm not a fan of the Baphomet. Anyways, I just overate. I made myself some quinoa and I added a bunch of ingredients. But I made too much. So I was like, oh, I'm full now. That happens to me. You enjoy the food so freaking much, you want to keep eating it, but then you're like, yeah, no, I'm going to feel like a shit if I keep eating this. So I didn't. I don't want to make that sound like I'm overweight. I probably am, but I'm actually losing weight since I broke up with my ex again. I can't even tell how many times we've broken up. It's probably somewhere around 20 to 30 times in 2 years. And I'm pretty sure that she still listens to my podcast and to my Twitch channel. I know that she subscribes to the Facebook page. So, which means that she's probably seen my DeviantArt page. Not that it matters. She never had anything to say about anything I did. She's read a ton of my short stories, and she just had nothing to say. So that's wonderful. That's when you know you're not dating compatibly. Don't ever ignore red flags. Although it's kind of hard when somebody starts, like helping you out financially. You didn't even ask them to. It's just weird. Like for me. But hey, great tactic, I guess. If you ever want to date somebody and not lose them, this is going to blindside them. I'm not actually recommending this. This is just what was done to me. I've never done this to anybody else. I was usually the financial helper in my other relationships. So I wasn't used to that. It caught me off guard. Yeah, there is no free lunch. Somebody's offering to buy you stuff or pay for things. That's usually because they're going to be lacking in other departments. It's like, oh, you want to have a conversation also? Nope. Oh, you want me to behave rationally? Nope. Or maturely? Yeah. So, unless you're, I don't know, like really suffering financially and you request it, it's a little odd for somebody to offer that. It started off with like, oh, let me buy your groceries. I wasn't doing financially bad at all. So why would she do that? Why would she offer that? That was crazy. That should have been a red flag. But because it's about money, most people wouldn't see that coming. I didn't. So I'm glad I had the experience. And I continue practicing SR, and this should be my day 25 of semen retention because the last day I saw her was probably the last day that we, And not that there was a problem with that. It's just that that shouldn't happen unless you have a connection with that person. And our connection is mainly based on time spent together and not an actual connection. Like, we don't see eye to eye on most things. We don't enjoy the same things. We don't have the same opinions. I mean, there's just so many reasons why we shouldn't be together. And you should never settle for somebody that you're not really enjoying being alive around. It's as easy as that. Life is short. Find somebody that likes you and that you like as well. It's kind of shitty when it just, that goes one way. If she was hearing this, my advice to her is date an older man, like 10 or 20 years older than you. Don't think they're all the same, right? They're obviously not all the same. Reasons for 10 or 20 years older than you is that they will probably look at you like a prize and therefore treat you as such. But then you have to also mature and have self-control. If you want somebody that'll put up with a childish, immature person that throws tantrums like an idiot, yes, older, but then you want someone that's not successful at all. Because the only type of person that would put up with that type of behavior is probably somebody that grew up around it, somebody that never escaped, maybe somebody whose parents, mother was like that, and he just sort of kind of thinks that that's normal. Except the type of people that fit that description, they're not successful. They don't have a lot of money. Maybe that's perfect for you, you think, because you have your internet job. Great. Yeah, but if you're thinking of dating younger, that's not going to work. That's not long term. It might work short term, but your life is going to spiral. I'm not going to fill in the details. I'll let you find out on your own. My best advice to you was that you need to focus on maturity and to date somebody 10 or 20 years older than you, and they will treat you like a prize. And if you want them financially stable, you definitely need to be worthy. You have to have some self-control, no more tantrums, really mature, practice self-control. I'd recommend meditating twice a day and exercising, of course. Quit coffee. Quit drinking coffee. That thing doesn't help you at all. Okay. And that's my rant about my ex, because why not? I actually drank coffee today. I haven't drank coffee in like over a month. I don't think it really affected me as much because I drank it in the morning. And it was 2 spoonfuls, like teaspoons. Yeah, I was thinking. but it's definitely not something that I would do regularly, not daily, not weekly. Um, let's see what else. Let me go back to Elden Ring. Elden Ring felt like the biggest game I've ever played in my life. The game really is huge. I don't know if there's another game that's as big, but even if there is, or bigger, whatever, I don't think that that game uses the space as well as Elden Ring. When I first bought this game, that's all I wanted to do. I mean, I think I was exercising. I'm not even sure. Yeah, or maybe I wasn't. I have no idea now. The point is, I was a strength build. I was a samurai. And it was so much fun exploring all over the place. I didn't want to use a walkthrough. I just wanted to discover it on my own. And I did. Well, a lot of it. But then I hit a wall after I don't know how long playing it. Probably like a month. I hit a wall. I didn't know where to go. I couldn't beat the monsters that I would encounter. And I just kept thinking, I need to get stronger. I need to put more points into strength. So I was like a level 40 strength, and I still couldn't do it. So I just thought I just need to keep farming and adding points to strength. And of course, that wasn't a lot of fun. Most of the farming spots were further on in the game, so I just had to farm wherever I could. And since that wasn't a lot of fun, I put the game on hold and I started playing a bunch of other games, and I pretty much just never went back to it. I always thought about looking up a walkthrough, because to be honest, I did that when I played Zelda Ocarina of Time. I bought one of those little Nintendo walkthroughs, and I was so glad I did, because I really loved that game. I've actually replayed that game. I don't know how many times. It's not that many times, but for a video game, it's a lot. I think it's been like 4 times. No. Maybe like 3 times. I don't know. The point is, there's really not that many video games I've beaten all the way to the end more than once. You know, there's Grand Theft Auto 5, Zelda Ocarina of Time. There's a couple of other ones I can't remember. I know I would love to do it for Red Dead Redemption 2. Oh, Dead Space. I did it for Dead Space. Well, the remake, but that's pretty much the same. Oh yeah, remakes. Resident Evil 2, for sure. Oh, Resident Evil 7. I actually passed that game twice. So, yeah, those are my favorite games, among a bunch of other ones. Well, eventually I found a walkthrough, many of them, but I don't know. I didn't feel like, I don't know, I felt like I wanted to find the right one for me because I had already done a lot and I didn't feel like starting from scratch. I found the perfect walkthrough and I just started following it regardless of repeating, stuff I'd already done. And now I'm playing Elden Ring for the first time in since it came out. So that's what my week is consisted of. I've been playing Elden Ring, sometimes on Twitch, sometimes just on my own, and I love it. It's so much fun. But it's not lost on me that I'm wasting a bunch of time. I'm just glad that it has a finite amount of videos. I have like 12 videos left to finish the darn game. And I'm looking forward to it. I already know that I want to play the next From Software game I want to play after Elden Ring is Sekiro. Apparently it was Game of the Year. I didn't know that. And then I bought the other games of the year that I hadn't played yet, because I've actually played every game of the year without realizing it. So I got Dragon Age Origins, it was $10 on PlayStation, and Skyrim. I've never played these games. I started Skyrim and then I got lost because it's one of those big games. I'm pretty sure I'll enjoy those two. They were both like not $10 on the PlayStation Store, which I mean, I regret slightly because I don't want to give my money to PlayStation anymore. I would much rather buy these games, physical copies, instead of giving my money directly to PlayStation for a digital copy that I don't even know if in the future I'll continue to own the license to. I mean, to play it. I mean, what if when PlayStation 6 comes, a whole bunch of the digital games just become unavailable? For example, Hitman Go is not available on my PlayStation 5. And I love that game. I wish there were more games like it. I need to play that on a PS4. PS4 and PS5, they don't have any of the fucking games I purchased for the PlayStation 3. And I guarantee that even if I hunted down a PlayStation 3 console right now, more than likely I'm not going to be able to download all the digital games that I had purchased previously. I mean, I had a lot of fucking stuff. I had Grand Theft Auto 4 and all the DLCs. I really don't believe that I would be able to just, hook up my PS3 to the internet and download all the stuff I got a really long time ago. Something tells me they're fucking gone. And so the only way to actually hold on to those was to own a physical copy. PlayStation 3, I remember I used to love Dante's Inferno, and they didn't make a fucking sequel to it. That was so shitty. I was waiting for a sequel to it. Now I don't give a shit. I don't care. It was just kind of Dante's Inferno was a strange video game in the first place because it's based off of Dante Alighieri's Divine Comedy, which you wouldn't necessarily have thought it translates to a video game, but it did. It does. It was awesome. It was fun. It actually was fun. I don't know who the fuck in the higher ups had a problem with it, but that would have been really interesting as a series. I would have enjoyed that. And a bunch of other stuff I can't even remember, but like Kane and Lynch and Max Payne 3, Little Big Planet. I can't remember. So many games. Manhunt. Love these games. The first Assassin's Creed. I mean, that's the one that started it all. Yes, Assassin's Creed 2 with Ezio and the Platinum trophies really, springed this series, this franchise into the spotlight, but sprung, catapulted. You know what I mean. So yeah, if I can get those games as a physical copy, that's what I think I would much rather do. It's because sometimes they're actually more expensive as a digital copy, which doesn't make any fucking sense. I understand that it saves you a couple of seconds taking the disc out of the case and inserting it into the system. But, I mean, come on. You can't sell your digital copy when you're fully done with the game and you'd rather get some cash for it back. So, I remember when that first became a thing that you could buy digital games, and the first thing that popped in my head was, this is so fucking stupid. You can't resell that. And then, what did I do? With time, I became that fucking stupid. Because I bought a whole bunch of digital games. And PlayStation could easily just fucking say, every 5-6 years, when the new console comes out, you lose all of these digital games. If they wanted to, they could. Thankfully, they haven't done that, but, even if it's not 12 years, I don't see these games, these digital games that you have in your library, lasting longer than 3 systems, So when the PlayStation 6 comes out, we're probably going to have to say goodbye to all the PlayStation 4 games, which sucks, especially if you're big on buying digital. There's no resale value, so I implore you, buy physical copies of the games. You have no idea when you want to trade them for cash and when you're going to be sick of them. I don't think you need any game forever. Yes, there's some stupid people out there called collectors. And it makes them feel happy to hug their video games or whatever. But even they'll probably lose those games one day. Nothing's forever. The other thing is I canceled my Amazon Prime and Amazon Music subscription today for the first time in years. The reason why I did that was the membership is supposed to be half off. And Music Unlimited was about to be more expensive. So I was already planning on canceling that one. But then I saw that it charged me full price. So I just got sick of that because it's not the first time it's sort of charged me something in a real sneaky way instead of giving me a heads up. So I have to look at my bank statements and be like, what the fuck is this? I didn't buy anything. And then it doesn't even tell you in the bank statement, right? It'll just say Amazon. It's like, okay. You have to like look everywhere in Amazon so you can figure out how to find the transaction. It's a digital transaction. And it won't always be there either. So I thought, I'm sick of Amazon. Fuck Jeff Bezos. He's a rich piece of shit. He doesn't give a fuck about us. He'll sell you garbage if it'll give him money. And it is garbage. I found that out. I found out that the Prime membership is garbage. First of all, it's just convenience. It's not necessity. I understand that people want to watch their shows, they want to watch some movie every once in a while or regularly. Just, look up a movie online. There's so many effing websites that will show you TV and movies for free. Yeah, you'll have to deal with a pop-up, but you just close it out and that's it. And no, they're not all going to be porn pop-ups because that's the worst. There's a lot of sites that don't show you porn pop-ups, okay, that are okay to watch with the family. I have this couple of movie websites that I'll watch stuff for free. And the pop-ups are usually gambling sites, not porn. That might have something to do with the fact that I don't watch porn myself, and so the thing is sort of trying to tailor it to what I'm into. I'm not into gambling either, but I'm just glad that I don't get porn pop-ups. Plus, if you have a VPN, that should take care of it. So you won't get any pop-ups there. And I think most people, they have a search engine, a browser on their television as well. So you can easily go to these websites that show television movies for free. And, there's no difference. There really isn't. So, except you won't be giving that guy any more money. Mr. Lex Luthor, Jeff Bezos, will lose money, hopefully. Let's bring him back down. Honestly, I don't like him. I've never liked Amazon. It's always been a very strange place to shop because there's the good stuff and then there's the shitty thrift store crap, and they shove those up to the front like this is what we're trying to sell because why? Because nobody actually wants it, but you don't know that, so you might buy that instead of whatever's actually good. I think that if there's an alternative to Amazon that's being controlled by regular Americans, normal people, not trillionaires or billionaires who don't give a shit what hazardous chemicals or whatever the fuck is in these poisonous things that are being sold to us left and right. Like, it's like, who cares, you know, just give me the money, it's your choice. I'd rather buy from families who actually care, you know. I think normal people are probably going to care about other regular people a lot more than some freaking billionaire who's I saw some stuff in the news or reviews of stuff. Bezos is dating some lady who kind of dresses, you know, not very well. She dresses like a slut. And I guess he's old and stupid rich that he likes that. He likes the feeling of other men looking at his woman and thinking, oh my God, I'd like to. Oh, man. Oh, man. But she's hideous. I'm sorry. I mean, yeah, no. I'm sure they do a lot of freaky weird shit that I wouldn't be into, but that's why he's with her. I'm not even going to speculate as to what that might be, because I'm sure it's some sick shit. Yeah, when you're that rich, I mean, normal stuff just, it's like, no, I'm going to do the sick shit just 'cause I can. Yeah, no. I don't want to buy anything from that fucking guy. You can just... I would like to forget him. 2 years ago, I think it was 2 years ago, less than 2 years ago, definitely a year ago, I didn't know who the fuck the president was. Biden. I didn't know who the vice president was. Kamala. And I remember feeling so happy about it. I loved it. I loved not knowing. I was so glad I didn't know who the fuck the president was. Of course, my ex ruined that, and she's like, oh, it's Joe Biden. And I'm like, oh. So it's not that I didn't know. I did know, and then I forgot. And I was really happy that I couldn't remember his name. Like, I would genuinely be happy one day when I don't remember the fucking name. Bill Gates, Mark Zuckerberg, Jeff Bezos. Be so happy. Donald Trump, honestly. If you could forget these people, that would be the best. I'm not going to shit on Donald Trump just because... I don't know. I voted for him. But that's just because the opposition, you know, the options were garbage or the guy that says something better. That's it. I think that they were all bad options. And honestly, I voted just to vote. Just to, like, well, I guess I'll be a part of this too. But I don't feel like it fucking mattered. My vote didn't really matter. I voted for the sake of voting. I'm glad the guy I voted for won. I'm glad that it seems like he's going to do things better than the garbage, motherfucking psycho shit garbage that's been going on for the last 4 years, you know, with the whole gay people are better. and therefore you should be gay as well. And if you're not, how fucking dare you? Black people are better than white people, and let's face it, all minorities are better than white people. And if you're white, you're a fucking piece of shit. Women are always right, and geniuses when compared to men. Yeah. So that was the last 4 years. And this was just sort of a, like, forced upon the nation, the people. Yeah, you wanted to get along, you have to go along. Oh, and poison is good for you. What do you mean? What's in that? Shut the fuck up, you bastard. Yeah, no, you couldn't ask questions. You couldn't have a different opinion. I mean, there was no real freedom of speech. It was fucking communism. I mean, the Nazi communists were in control. How did we not go to war is honestly my question. Like, I don't understand how fucking pathetic as a nation we really are. I'm really glad that Donald Trump is the president and not the fucking reptile in a skin suit or the whore, satanic witch who wants to kill children. Yes. So we'll see what they end up doing these next few fucking years. 4 years of Donald Trump. Right? So there'll be a new president in 2029. But we'll know who that is in November 2028. I have my theories as to who's going to run next. I think it's going to be Elon Musk. Elon Musk, the South African boy with Down syndrome, or is it Asperger's, which is just the stupidest name for a disorder. I agree with Trey Parker, it's just mean. Elon Musk gave us all a Zig Heil, the Nazi salute. He did it twice, right? And then he goes to the microphone and he says, "My heart goes out to you." No. That's not "my heart goes out to you." Come on, man. Who the fuck are you kidding? That was a Nazi salute. You know? If I put my hand on my heart and I extend it outwards to whoever, it's palm up. Always. So, okay, let me do heart, then palm down, and say my heart it goes out to you. No, it doesn't, unless your heart is going to hell. My heart goes out to you, demons. Jeez. Yeah, he did that. And he knew exactly what the fuck he was doing. So I don't buy his story about, like, oh, mental disorders. Right. You have mental disorders, but you know you like satanic shit. It's not satanic. It's a video game. Whatever, you stupid fucking liar. The Freemason documentary I saw last year, I think, early last year, I saw that Elon Musk's mom is also a Satanist. So, yeah, it doesn't surprise me. By the way, X, true believers of freedom of speech, the right to say things even if they're not nice. Great. Yes, that is freedom of speech. I support free speech. Why the fuck do they have so much porn in X? Why is that okay? Can you get rid of that? No, that's fucking with your freedom of speech. They're not talking. They're not saying anything. They're being fucked. Whatever. X. This is half a Freemason symbol. That's all the fuck that shit is. X. Sure. Stupid. What, can anybody tell me why the Japanese in a lot of animes use X on their titles? Like Hunter X Hunter, Spy X Family. What the fuck does the X represent for them? Is it an and? Is it a versus? I don't know. I need to look that up. I think it's hilarious how I can't remember how long ago it was that Elon Musk on Saturday Night Live said, admitted, confessed that he had the stupid and, yay. Why would you do that? Why would you say that there? I mean, he could have easily tweeted it before, when it was called Twitter. But no, he did it in front of a live audience. He did it on a platform where he knew the message was going to get out to a lot of people. Like it's a scam, like it's a show, like it's an act. Honestly. It has to be. Because did he just decide to say that? Or was he reading lines? It's all a fucking act. The world's a stage, right? It doesn't have to be. But, yeah, I guess for a little season it will be. I'm pretty sure that guy's going to run eventually. I like the inauguration speech. Why is it called the Gulf of Mexico? Should be called the Gulf of America. Sure. Why not? Go for it. Mexico won't do anything. No offense to Mexicans, but you know that the leaders of Mexico are corrupt, rich, horrible people that allow cartels to be the extra branch of government in Mexico. It's fucked up. It's a fucking reality. I'm not ashamed to be a Mexican. I love Mexican people. I hate all politicians who have serious power. You're all scumbag pieces of shit. Who the fuck actually believes that the reason why Mexico is a third world country and lives below the poverty line, because in the 70s or 60s, when Mexico was actually, paying workers well, all of a sudden the government made a terrible deal and sold their oil for so little that now they don't even own their own oil, a natural resource, which would make Mexico actually a very rich country. For the fucking trash that owns the oil, and it's not Mexico, even though it's oil in Mexico, from Mexico, still being taken out of the ground and used, sold, which forced the entire country to be poor. Get the fuck out of here. That is a stupid, ridiculous explanation to why the people have to settle for pennies an hour. They earn in a week what a minimum wage worker in America earns in a day. It's stupid. It's ridiculous. Oh, and they work longer hours. 10 hours a day. And they work Saturdays also, so their weekend is just Sunday. Why didn't the people fight, protest? Why did they just accept it? Something tells me that because the people are not united anywhere, it's only the people that are united that get ahead. But then the rest of the people, the majority, which are not united, refuse to unite because why should I? And so only those families that are united are the ones that get ahead. And, well, I guess, good for them. It doesn't matter. One shouldn't even actually want to be rich. Just, comfortable, sustainable, I think, is the best. Rich will always corrupt no matter what. Look at Bezos. Look at his girlfriend. And just realize that that's what having billions looks like. Stupid. Ugh. That's what it looks like. I mean, you think you know Bill Gates, but you don't know Bill Gates. You need to see that picture of Obama, Robinson, and a young Bill Gates to really know that you don't know Bill Gates. That motherfucker is crazy. Of course. And is he smart? I doubt it. Honestly, I think it's all bullshit. I think it's a big, giant lie. In the inauguration speech, Trump said that he's going to remove illegal immigrants that have criminal backgrounds and treat any foreign gangs as terrorists, which is understandable. I read a joke post today that said, let's send the murderers from Mexico back to Mexico. If they want to, I mean, the insinuation was that, Mexico, we don't want murderers. Understandable. Here, take back all your murderers. If they're going to keep murdering, let it be Mexicans. The insinuation is that it's okay to kill innocent people over there, which I think is fucking stupid. I mean, I commented because the dumb piece of shit that put that there meant it as a joke. But the guy wasn't even thinking, like, dipshit, you're condoning the murder of innocent people. I suggested, why don't you give them the death penalty if they're actually murderers? Like, I mean, make sure 100%. And then, yeah, kill them. Because it costs money to house them. And I'm not up for that. I think there are ways of knowing beyond the shadow of a doubt. I think we're still fucking around. Our evil satanic leaders are fucking with us all the time with the getting shit wrong in courts. Like, come on, man. That is so much bullshit. Or making deals. Why is that even a thing? Why can't they all go to trial? Why can't all cases go to fucking trial? Why do you have to dick around with, okay, so here's your charges, and we're gonna try this in court, but you could save us a lot of money by just, signing that you're guilty. We're willing to negotiate with you to get you to sign to that so we don't have to, do our jobs. That just seems like shit. Garbage, fucking stupid shit. And that's like 99%, maybe 97% of all arrests or all court cases. They just fucking settle out of court. Plea bargain. It's a stupid shit, man. There's got to be better ways to get a definitive this whole scare tactics. We'll just get them to sign guilty. Stupid bullshit. Use a motherfucking lie detector, you stupid idiot. And let's not pretend that every victim is telling the truth either. There should be no problem. No motherfucking problem with putting a victim who's claiming to be a victim, you don't know that, on a lie detector machine. What the fuck, man? These charges are serious. They could ruin a person's life, so the least we could do is put a person who wants to claim victimhood in a lie detector. There's laws. There's laws that protect, that give immunity to the victim. So, oh my goodness. So then it is a game, right? The victim is the supplier that's going to give business to the U.S. courts and the prison system or jail system, whatever. So we need to protect the supplier, even if what they're selling is shit. Come on. So it goes without saying, you give the attacker, I don't know, the fucking star of the show, which is always going to be the guy that's being accused of whatever, you put them in the lie detector machine. You know, you give them the test, but obviously before even accepting a motherfucking case, put whoever's making the claim go through the lie detector test first. It's so stupid. I mean, how long have we had this fucking machine and it can't be used? Oh no, we've determined that that's inadmissible in court. What? You mean the thing that would make this so much faster so you don't have to make any more plea bargains? You're going to say that can't be allowed? Wouldn't that even help police at least to not fucking waste time? To not have to use bullshit tactics? You know, like, okay, we're going to interview everyone. And the investigator is going to embellish the fuck out of the statements, read way too much into their body language. They looked down. They were crying. I told them, you're so brave. I mean, fuck you. You fucking losers. This shit should be voted. I've yet to see it hit a ballot. You think that a lie detector test should be admissible? Yes. I mean, if done correctly. Shit, I don't know. Maybe it really is hard. I don't know. There's got to be a way. Even if it's not the fucking machine that's been around since like the 50s. Maybe Elon Musk is going to come up with something, something that already exists, that gets resold as something new. Why not? I mean, if they can read neural activity, why wouldn't they be able to determine whether someone's lying or not? If there's a truth serum that gets injected into spies so they'll confess everything, why wouldn't they use that? I'm just going to say that it should be used on both the alleged and the allegee. Anyways, hopefully Trump will do good on all his promises. Because it sounds great. I mean, when he said, officially as a country, we now have 2 genders again. I felt like, fuck yeah. Fuck yeah, man. Identity disorder is a mental disorder telling the rest of the people that are actually fucking normal to accept that as normal. Man. And I know that, we are under a world domination that's pretending to be separate, right? Because I have friends in other continents that were going through the same shit. It confirms it. The people that are in charge for example, in fucking Europe are the same fucking people that are in charge in America. North and South. Some countries feel it less, but I kind of think that's because they're already fully indoctrinated. If that makes any sense. Like Asian countries are so fucking indoctrinated into Satanism that they don't fuck with them as much. Right? Like I just learned this the other day, that animes and mangas don't actually have curse words, because Japanese doesn't actually have curse words. So then any words, any adjectives used in, like, let's say Naruto, are the same adjectives that are being used in something else like Chainsaw Man. So then when they're dubbing it, or you know, writing it down in a different language, they will attribute different words depending on the genre or the specific age group that they're aiming it towards. So if in Naruto it says, "ah, darn," it'll be the same Japanese word used in Chainsaw Man, but then it'll get translated into English like, "yeah, don't fuck around," or whatever, you know? So I had no idea. That's amazing. That's amazing. I hate saying curse words. I wish there weren't any curse words in English. It certainly hasn't affected the Japanese in a negative way, and I don't think it would have affected me in a negative way to not know curse words, which is why I want to learn curse words in other languages, so I replace my English curse words with, I don't know, curse words in Italian, French, German, something. Scheiße. That's the only one I know. Yeah. Oh, I know a couple of other ones from Sopranos. Bafanculo. Not really sure what it means. I think something about an ass. I don't know. Oh, I saw the video where the Lady Bishop was doing a service in church. She was talking, and Trump was there with J.D. Vance, who could not hide his facial expressions of displeasure. Trump just looked bored. It wasn't good. It was, I mean, whatever. I understand that this woman, she was in a position where she had direct communication to the president, and she went for it, you know. She took a chance. She went for it. So I can't blame her for it, but I don't know what the fuck she thought she was gonna accomplish. You know, like, in her stupid mind, did she really see Trump sort of like applauding her, going up to her and holding her hand, giving her a hug, asking to speak with her in private, giving her a job, like, you're gonna be my new counselor. Please teach me how to be like you. Yeah, no, I mean, it was pathetic, but I understand. I had no idea that before Biden stopped being the president for the who knows how manyth time, since honestly that guy wasn't even human at the end. Some guy with a mask. The Biden thing pardoned Fauci. Here's what's so fucked about that. So, it's really, this shouldn't be allowed. I don't think he was facing charges. So why is he being pardoned? Like, from anything in the future? Man. If he was facing charges because of his COVID poison supposed vaccine shit, that's criminal right there to have pardoned him for that, because he's basically responsible for the murder of millions, right? I don't know how many it actually is, but it's a lot of people. It's enough that you would think it warrants the death penalty, not a motherfucking pardon. I don't know. I heard Charlie Kirk say that he's going to look into it, and that maybe he'll get extradited to a different country where he can face charges, crimes against humanity. It would be too good. And even if they did it, would you believe it? I wouldn't. Unless they give him the Saddam Hussein treatment of somebody fucking recording the entire thing, and it's a hanging, or no, a shooting range. Yeah, a firing squad. Because other than that, I don't know. It could be faked. It could be fake. Could you fake a hanging? Ask Hollywood. Yeah. Can you fake other stuff? Of course. You're not there. You're seeing a video of it. It could be faked. Even easier when you're not even there. I mean, when there's not even footage, right? Like the whole Osama bin Laden bullshit. Oh, he's dead now. Really? Okay, where is he? We threw him in the ocean. Convenient. Wow. Aren't you the same motherfuckers that get programmed to not fucking scratch when you have an itch in your ass until some fucking superior tells you to? But you did that. Supposedly the guy that did 9/11, and you just decided, just one quick shot, bam, it's over. Let's just throw him in the water. Nobody needs to look at that. Of course not. So stupid. So stupid. Okay. I don't know. I had a slow week. I'm not feeling really inspired. You know what I actually just want to do? I want to go back to playing Elden Ring. So, yeah. This will be a short one, but at least you got one. All right. See you next time.